This template support video illustrates how to add a new reporting class to the management accounts template. The management accounts template and the budget template have the same structure, so you can also apply what we cover in this tutorial to the budget template. So we'll start off with an example where an additional expense account is included on the trial balance that I've pasted into the TB check sheet. So the TB check sheet we use to compare this account sequence between the trial balance that we've exported from our main accounting software and the management accounts template. So as you can see there, it gives me an error message from this account IS0312. So this is a new account and I want to add it as a new reporting line to my income statement. So my first step is to go to the key sheet where the accounts are linked to the reporting classes. So I'm going to go to IS0312 where that would be found. I'm just inserting a new row and then I'm going to copy the previous row and just change it. And this is, and I'm just going to call it an example. So by copying the row, I've already copied the formula in the status column. So we need to include a class here. So if I stay with the copied class, then the account balances for IS0312 will feed into this IS0302G reporting class. But I want a new class. So if I look at my sequence here, I've ended at 0318. So I'm going to go 0319 to create a new class. Okay, gives me an error just to show that this class does not appear on the income statement yet. So if I go to the IS sheet and I want to include it here, so I'm going to insert a row and then I'm going to copy the previous row and just change the class in column A to my new class, and there it has been included. So that's my new class. So on the key sheet I've added the account and linked it to a new class, but I've not added this account to my trial balances. So that's my next step. We go and add the new expense account to all my trial balance amounts. I'm just going to copy it again. So I copy the entire row. So that's 312. I only need to enter it here and just make sure that everything's 0 if you copy a row. So that basically needs to be done on all 3 trial balance sheets. So I go TBPY, TBCY for the current year, and I'm going to do the same. Oops, that's a mistake. Let's just go to the correct place. That was the balance sheet account. So I'm just going to the income statement, adding the account, and as you can see, the yellow columns are user input columns. This should be zeros, and the light blue contain formulas which automatically pick up the description and the class based on what's included on the key sheet. The third trial balance is for the forecast, and I'm just inserting that again. The sequence doesn't really matter. I can do it at the bottom of the sheet if I want to. It's just important when you copy to make sure that you remove the amounts from all the columns. If you don't know how to do that, simultaneously. You just select everything with the shift end right, and you enter 0 and hold down control when you press enter, then it enters 0 in all the cells. So I've added the account now to the 3 trial balances, and I've added it to the income statement. Now, because it's an income statement account, I also need to add it to the IS month sheet. So let's just go there, insert the row, copy, previous row, and just change that class to the new one. And there you go. It's been added there as well. If I go back to the TB check sheet, you'll see the errors are gone because my sequence is now the same for the current, prior, and forecast sheets. So that's how you check your account sequence between your TB check sheet and whichever trial balance you select. So in summary, what we've basically done is I started with the TB check sheet because we had this new account there, and it showed me errors just because the sequence was out because of the new account. So then I went and added the new account to the key sheet and copied the status formula, which showed initially an error because we hadn't added the new class to the income statement yet. So added the new account to the key sheet, added the new account to the TB, PY, TB, CY, and forecast sheets, created the new line on your detailed income statement, and then created the new line on the IS month sheet. It's quite a few steps, and it's basically because we're creating a new reporting line. If the new account was only added to the trial balances and was grouped to a balance sheet or income statement account, you wouldn't have needed to change the IS or IS month sheets. But that's basically how you create a new reporting line. You can also, initially when you set up your trial balances, you can review which of the default lines on the balance sheet or income statement you don't require, and you can delete them. On the income statement, the best approach is to first edit all your descriptions on the key sheet. So here's all the IS03 detailed expense lines. You can go and edit your descriptions and use whichever existing account links you have for these reporting classes, and then you can add additional ones like I've shown you in this tutorial video. If you want to view more of our support videos, you can do so in the support section of our YouTube channel.